Think Awesome is a practice intended to help you feel awesome in your thinking. This practice is not about what to think. This practice is not about what not to think. This practice is about observing your own thinking. Observing from a place of care. Observing from a place of love. Throughout the day, different thoughts flow through our mind. Some are nice thoughts, some are not so nice thoughts. Today, we're going to learn a practice as to how, no matter whatever the thoughts are, how can we truly observe? And in that observation, there is no conflict. In that observation, there is peace. An ideal mind is not a perfect mind. An ideal mind is a mind where there is no struggle. It's a mind where there is no conflict. Conflict between what you're thinking and what you should be thinking. This practice is a very simple journey that you could use anywhere and everywhere to reach a place of instant calm. Let us start with breathing. Take in a couple of deep inhalations and exhalations. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. As you are observing your breathing, at this point of time, slowly bring attention to your own thinking. No matter whatever it is, you might have thoughts, you might not have thoughts, you might have relevant thoughts, irrelevant thoughts. Imagine all those thoughts are different elements floating on a river. As they are floating on the river, you're just sitting at the banks of the river and watching them flow. They're like you see some shrubs, some leaves, some fruits, some dry leaves, all kinds of objects flowing. Objects you expected, objects you didn't expect. Each of the object flowing in that river is like a thought flowing in your mind. Just sit at the banks of the river and observe, observe, observe. They come, they go. They come, they go. Some come and stay. Some hover around. Some, they feel like they're going away, but they come back. But then they go. Then they come back. But then they go. But then they go away. Everything is flowing. You're sitting at the banks of the river, observing each thought flow in the river of your mind. And all you're doing is observing, observing, observing. Some thoughts bring emotion. Some thoughts don't bring any emotion. Some thoughts bring you joy. Some thoughts bring you sadness. Just observe them all. The only practice here is observing, observing, observing every bit that is flowing in the river. As you're listening to this track, and even minutes after this track is over, let the observation continue. You're sitting at the banks of the river, and you're observing every bit that is floating on that river of your mind. If you're unable to observe, just observe what is happening, how you're unable to observe, how you're identifying with the thoughts, how you're trying to change, how you're trying to resist, how you're trying to struggle. Observe, observe, observe. As you observe, slow and steady, it becomes a part of you. In that observation, there is clarity. In that observation, there is inner freedom. In that inner freedom, you're able to think awesome. You're able to create awesome. You're able to shape a beautiful life for you and people around you.